Let's take another look at the flowchart used to depict the while true loop, where we're entering two numbers and the program will sum the two numbers and print the results. And so you see the complete flowchart. The pseudocode, parallel pseudocode is shown to the left. Now let's look at the code, the actual Python code. This is version 1 of the Python code. We're going to change it so that it displays a different perspective. Same concept. If for any reason you are confused by line 23 here, which says if again dot lower is not equal to yes, then break, you may change this to say if lower again, or again lower rather, is equivalent to yes, we may enter continue. Else, print exiting the loop goodbye. This continue tells the program to continue, go back up and continue to perform the tasks prior, all statements or instructions prior to line 22. So as you can see, if again is equal to yes, continue. That means go back up. Else, break. The continue label is orange, just like the break is orange. Let's see if this works. And of course it continues. Do you wish to enter more numbers? I'll say yes. I'll put in another number. And it will exit the loop when the no option is given. So this might be easier for some students to understand because it has two clear answers. When, in other words, it's a block if again dot lower is equivalent to yes, continue. Else, break. So you may use either of these while true constructs. There's one more that I want to show you. Rather than using the while true version of the while loop, what we're going to do is we're going to follow the four rules that programmers use when they're using a while loop construct. So the first thing we must do is decide what variable are we going to use to control the while loop. So I'm going to call it again. I'll just say define the LCV. Again, that's going to be our variable. Again is equal to input. Do you want to add two numbers? And of course this is a string literal. Type yes. Otherwise, type no to end. Sometimes if statements get this long, you can move down one line, add a backslash letter N to go to a new line, and we'll put a backslash letter N here so that when the user responds to this question, it will show up on a separate line. Okay, do you want to add two numbers? Type yes. Otherwise, type no to end. So let's try this. So when using the while loop, which is considered to be a conditional control construct, and in this case we have a pretest. We have defined the loop control variable. We are initializing it by allowing the user to enter their response. Now the loop control variable is being tested as we are entering the while loop. Tasks are performed within the loop according to the Boolean statement. And now we are testing to see if the user wishes to enter more. So this is the test portion. Therefore, in a regular while loop, we have a loop control variable. It's initialized. We first decided what name we wanted to reference for our loop control variable. Now it is initialized by the user, it's tested, and then before we enter the loop, it is updated. Do you wish to enter more? If yes, continue, else break. That's another version of this while true manipulating two numbers. We really do not need the if statements in the break here. And I'll tell you why. Because when I type in yes, the program automatically goes back up to check to see if the again is equivalent to yes, and if that is the case, it knows to continue. If it's no, it knows to exit. So we do not need the end if construction again. So let's run the program once more. Yes. And the program will terminate based on our response. Do you wish to enter more numbers? And if I say capital YES, it'll continue. If I say no, that's when the program ends. So this is our last version using just a regular old while true loop. And you want to make sure that you have a clear understanding of that loop. You should always go back in and trace through this program to make sure everything is working. The reason it is important to add comments, because these comments are like demonstrations of your understanding of this program. So this is where the while loop ends, and you notice we don't have any if constructs or anything of the sort. So this is the last version that we're going to look at. Please study the previous examples to make sure you understand them. There will be samples of each of the examples on the content link in your course.